Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Those who are sitting behind, specifically distributors, your discounts will be reduced. So please come ahead wherever the vacant seats are there. Please, I'm giving you 2 minutes. 24 hours, some few hours, but everybody are reached here. And attendance is first time 100%, I think. No distributor is missing. I know because of the place itself. So enjoy the place, not a problem. Just 2 minutes back, Mr. Gulab said, we are going to, हम आपको बहुत कुछ सिखाएंगे. Sorry, I don't believe in that. You people are too intelligent. So हम आपको कुछ नहीं सिखाएंगे. हम आपसे सीखने वाले हैं. I know because you people are handling the business very well and the result shows itself. The supreme result shows itself. The hard work you guys are putting. I joined this organization in January 2015, and this is my 4th year. And specifically speaking in front of such a huge crowd is my 3rd year. So every time we spoke something about some crucial things which we discuss and we try to implement so that the business can move in the proper directions. So continuing this tradition, I would like to share few things with you guys. My first visit with you guys were in JW Marriott, specifically distributor packaging team in Mumbai. That time I was a silent spectator. But just joined, so I was not even know about. There is a foam called EP, there is a foam called capsule, light cell, all those things. When I heard all those nomenclature, I was like really confused, and I thought, is there so many foams are there in life? So I just saw the people. I like their courage, enthusiasm to do the business with Supreme Industries. Then we meet in Pune, Hayat Agency. Again distributor packaging team, and most of the people must be remembering this story, but those who are not there, the story is for you people.
Once upon a time, a turtle and a rabbit had an argument about who was faster. They decided to settle the argument with a race. The turtle and the rabbit both agreed on a route and started off the race. The rabbit shot ahead and ran briskly for some time. Then, seeing he was far ahead of the turtle, he thought he'd sit under a tree for some time and relax before continuing the race. He sat under the tree and soon fell asleep. The turtle, plodding on, overtook him and soon finished the race. Emerging as the undisputed champ, the rabbit woke up and realized that he'd lost the race. The moral of the story is that slow and steady wins the race. This is the version of the story that we've all grown up with. But our version of the story continues. The rabbit was disappointed at losing the race, and he did some thinking. He realized that he'd lost the race only because he had been overconfident, careless, and lax. If he had not taken things for granted, there's no way the turtle could have beaten him. So, he challenged the turtle to another race. The turtle agreed. This time, the rabbit went all out and ran without stopping from start to finish. He won by several miles. The moral of the story? Fast and consistent will always beat the slow and steady. It's good to be slow and steady, but it's better to be fast and reliable. But the story doesn't end here. The turtle did some thinking this time and realized that there's no way he could beat the rabbit in a race the way it was currently formatted. He thought for a while and then challenged the rabbit to another race, but on a slightly different route. The rabbit agreed. The turtle and rabbit started off. In keeping with his self-made commitment to be consistently fast, the rabbit took off and ran at top speed until he came to a broad river. The finishing line was a couple of kilometers on the other side of the river. The rabbit sat there, wondering what to do. In the meantime, the turtle trundled along, got into the river, swam to the opposite bank, continued walking, and finished the race. The moral of the story? First, identify your core competency, and then change the playing field to suit your core competency. The story still hasn't ended. The turtle and rabbit by this time had become pretty good friends, and they did some thinking together. Both realized that the last race could have been run much better. So the turtle and rabbit decided to do the last race again, but to run as a team this time. They started off, and this time the rabbit carried the turtle till the riverbank. There, the turtle took over and swam across with the rabbit on his back. On the opposite bank, the rabbit again carried the turtle, and they reached the finishing line together. Both the turtle and rabbit felt a greater sense of satisfaction than they felt earlier. The moral of the story? It's good to be individually brilliant and to have strong core competencies, but unless you're able to work in a team and harness each other's core competencies, you'll always perform below par, because there will always be situations at which you'll do poorly if someone else does well. Teamwork is mainly about situational leadership, letting the person with the relevant core competency for a situation take leadership. And that is the end of the story.
So, you are distributors, you are my channel partners, you are not my customers. And as a Supreme, I would like to assure you that we have to work as a team. We have to work as a team where synergy effect happens. The core competencies of you people with Supreme's core competencies of quality material with consistent supplies will definitely win the race for both of us. We don't have to compete with each other. We are not competitors. We are channel partners. We are a team. So that message will be given in this Hayat Regency. Next year we meet in Thailand and Mumbai. We talk about innovations and we talk about competitions. By that time, a lot of competitions was there in insulation, civil, packaging, a lot of EP plants came. So people were, all the distributors were in little bit doubt what is going to happen. There is a tremendous competition on pricing fronts. कोई 7 रुपए में दे रहा है, कोई फ्री में दे रहा है. People were calling us, क्या होने वाला है? But we told you guys that we don't have to compete with them. We have to make them irrelevant by offering better services, by giving better value-added services to our customers, and that is going to win us the race. And let me tell you, the distributors who have worked on that principles last years, you will find the results for them in the second half of the this program when awards will be distributed. So it's not, there are a lot of distributors who are working on that fundamentals of innovations and not competing with the competitors. This year, what do you want to expect from me to hear? Any guess? I'm not going to give that. I'm going to reduce the discounts. No problem, I will give it. The world is changing. The people are saying the world is changing. Across the world, it's changing too fast. The technology which was supposed to come 5 years down the line is already there. The technology which is already in USA, Japan, 5G, 4G, it's already on the doors of Indian economy. So whatever is happening outside the world, it is coming to India very fast. In fact, there's a time now people are launching the products in India first and then they are launching across the globe. It has become a testing market. This is what? The top 10 world's biggest economy as far as the 2018-19 is concerned. You can see the results. India was not in top 10 few years back, maybe before 2009. Look at India. In 2018, we have reached $2.87 trillion. We are clearly number 5. Just few months back, we were number 6. We beat UK, and now we are number 5 economy globally. $2.87 trillion. Can anybody tell me how many zeros are there in $1 trillion? Anybody? Somebody said 12. Correct. It's 12 zeros ahead of 1. That is $1 trillion. In simple Indian rupees, it's if today's dollar rate is 68 rupees, it's 68 lakh crore rupees. $1 trillion. So Indian economy is already $2.87 trillion. and most probably by 2009 it will be $3.21 trillion. The basic meaning of this, that means every year we are generating so much of money, GDP basically, gross domestic products. This is going to future in 2030. This is not said by me, this is said by IMF, World Bank, all major financial institutions. They have predicted this in 2030. Where is India? Third with $6.6 trillion. The value is perfect. $6.6 trillion is going to happen. But there is a lot of debate as far as the timing is concerned. Some are saying 2030, some are saying maybe down the line next 7 years, maybe by 2025, 2027, or maybe by 2022, India will reach this figure, $6.6 trillion. What it means? I'm a little pessimistic in life, little bit. So that's why I said 2030, down the line, another 12 years, we'll be reaching $6.6 trillion. So in next 10, 12 years, exactly 12 years, our Indian economy is going to double itself from $2.87 trillion to $6.6 trillion in 2030. हमको क्या फर्क गिरता है इससे? इसका मतलब हमारे लिए क्या है? It took 70 years for us to reach $2.87 trillion. Precisely 70 years from our independence. It took 70 years to reach $2.87 trillion. In next 12 years, it will be $6.6 trillion. Huge economy. World's third biggest economy. More than double in next 12 years. What it really means? I already told you. It's 68.76 lakh crore rupees as far as the $1 trillion is concerned. These are some numbers of today. When we are sitting at $2.87 trillion, what exactly this means? I would like to one point here. In 2017-18, we have sold 12.4 crore mobile handsets. 12.4 crores, and not a single Indian company is in that list. Top five mobile handset manufacturers. 12.4 crores. Two-wheelers in 2018, 2 crore 1,92,672. Passenger cars, 32,87,965. Commercial vehicles, specifically your trucks and all those things, 8,58,453. Three-wheelers, 6 lakhs. Maruti Baleno, which is a quite powerful car right now, it has a 4 months waiting. That shows the demand in the market. Cement sales in double-digit growth. This is the core indication. Your infrastructure industry is growing. Your civil market is growing. Because cement sale is in double-digit growth. First time it is happening after a long time. GST collection already crossed 1 lakh crores, and more GST collection will happen. More and more direct taxes will be reduced. So a lot of benefits will be passed on to the end customers, to the Indian peoples. I'm giving you one example for our insulation team. Voltas is a major brand as far as the air conditioning is concerned. Am I correct? It has sold 10 lakh air condition in 2017-18. 10 lakh air conditions. And 4% is the per capita consumption of AC in India right now. Means if there are 100 families, 100 houses are there, only 4 houses are having a AC. Look at the China per capita consumption. China is already having 70%. So if we can just double or triple it, just see how much air conditioning is going to require in India. Look at the market potential. These are some astonishing numbers which gives us the market directions. But how this happens? It happens only because of change. So every organization, every individual, every business entity in terms of corporate, in terms of proprietary, in terms of partnerships, they have to change to get this growth. So now this $6.6 trillion, now today we have to decide how much I am going to earn out of that $6.6 trillion. Mukesh Ambani has already announced his plans for how much he is going to earn out of that $6.6 trillion. Have you heard he is coming with the DTH? Am I correct? He is coming to your Jio TV. You are going to get the DTH box at 450 rupees. And you have to pay 120, this is approximate what I have heard actually. And 120 rupees you will get 50 HD channels free. Total 200 channels, out of that 45 HD channels free. In India there are more than 5 to 6 crore households. If at all 50 lakhs household takes that DTH box, which will be costing 450 rupees, just count the numbers and how much land Jio TV is going to cover. So here already announced the plan. What about us? What is our plan? Every year we are meeting here and we talk about only discounts, price, competitions. That is not the end game. What we are going to change ourselves? Are we changing? I want to show you one video for that. Have you heard of a bird called eagle? You must have seen this video, but just go through this. story is very simple. This eagle bird has a life of 70 years. 70 साल की उसकी life होती है. But at the age of 40, he has to take a decision whether he has to die or a change. But the process of change is very, very complicated, very, very painful for him. उसके जो प्रे पकड़ने वाले जो पैर रहते हैं, वो इतने वीक हो जाते हैं कि वो पैर प्रे पकड़ नहीं पाते हैं. तो he becomes hungry. उसके जो feathers होते हैं, उसके बॉडी को चिपक जाते हैं. So it becomes very difficult for him to breathing. उसकी जो बीक रहती है, जिससे वो ट्रे को फाड़ता है या कट करता है, वो इतनी टेढ़ी हो जाती है वो कुछ कर नहीं पाता है। तो उसके पास दो ही डिसीजन होते हैं, एक तो नेचुरल डेथ एट द एज ऑफ 40 और चेंज टू अनदर 30 years ऑफ लाइफ। सो बट उसके लिए उसको करना क्या पड़ता है, उसको करना पड़ता है जस्ट टू गो टू द टॉप ऑफ द माउंटेन्स वेयर जनरली ईगल ये बर्ड है उसके जो नेस्ट रहते हैं वो टॉप ऑफ द माउंटेन्स रहते हैं, किसी पेड़ वगैरह के ऊपर नहीं रहते हैं। So he has to go to the top of the mountains and first what he has to do that he has to break his beak. बीक कैसे ब्रेक करता है, पत्थर के ऊपर मार मार के उसको तोड़ देता है। Then it takes 30 days to grow that beak. Once that beak is out, he removes all his feathers, so that the new feathers can come. Meantime, he also removes his talons. Talons is basically prey, जो leg है उसके, वो he also removes that. It's a very painful process. The purpose of showing this video is that as a human being we have a tendency to avoid the changes, and specifically we Indians have that tendency. चल रहा है ना, आज का दिन निकल गया, कल का कल देखा जाएगा. It happens in businesses, it happens in corporate work, it happens even in individuals' life. मेरा आज का दिन निकल गया, कल का मेरा भगवान सोचेगा. No, भगवान नहीं सोचने वाला, आपको ही सोचने वाला. There is no God. Frankly speaking, you are yourself is a God. अगर आप अपने लिए नहीं सोचोगे, तो nobody is going to come and think about you. So this process of change is very important, and it happens in everybody's life. It happens in a company's life also. Company also goes through this process of change. But if we decide like eagle, we don't want to change like eagle, we don't want to change, what will happen? You must have heard the organization called Nokia. What was Nokia? Pardon? Definitely mobile company. It was having a 70% market share across the globe. One of the most powerful organizations as far as the telecommunication market is concerned. They defeated Motorola, they defeated Ericsson, everybody. Apple was not there in mobile phone market. 70% market share. मतलब वर्ल्ड वाइड अगर 100 हैंडसेट बिकते हैं तो उसमें से 70 हैंडसेट नोकिया के रहते थे. Most of you must be having that Nokia handset 3310, 3330. So what happened with Nokia? It's quite interesting. The last meeting of their CEOs with journalists, their CEOs and entire top management was crying, and with teary eyes they said, हमने कुछ गलत नहीं किया, but फिर भी हमारी कंपनी बिक गई है. Company which was having 70% market share in just few years has wiped out from the map. They have not done anything wrong. Only thing what they have not done is that they have not changed. So the ball is in your court. If you don't change, you will be wiped out, frankly speaking. This happens with everybody. Individuals, corporates, businesses, traders, everybody. You have seen कल का हमारे गली नुक्कड़ में जो ट्रेडर्स रहता था, जिसकी किराना माल की शॉप रहती थी, ग्रोसरी की शॉप रहती थी, टुडे दे हैव एयर कंडीशंड रिटेल शॉप्स. People are going inside their shops and selecting the products and coming out. The moral of the story, it's not in your hand. If you don't change, you will be wiped out from the competition. Competition will make sure you will be out of the competition. Nokia has done the same mistake. They have not changed. They have full faith in your products. They have full faith in their operating system, Symbian. But one fine morning, Android came and it wiped out everything. So, as a supreme partner and as an organization, I would like to assure you that we are changing. Supreme as an organization, we are changing. And you have seen in last 1 or 2 years. Previously, we were using some different systems. Now we are in SAP. There were a lot of changes happening. Management is ready to change. We are coming with a lot of innovative products. We are changing our objectives. Once upon a time, we were a company which was basically believing in demand and supply. We will manufacture this, we will supply this, we will sell this. But now, in entire my team's motto is that what value addition we are going to give to you people, what value addition I am going to give to my customers, how I am going to solve problems of my customers. My team will be sharing a lot of experiences, how they solve the problems as far as the packaging business is concerned, how they solve the problem in insulation business of my customers, in civil business. A lot of distributors from you will be sharing some of their experiences, how they work hard on some of the products, how they develop that market, and how they are reaching the dividends of those hard work. So moral, Supreme is changing. And let me tell you one thing, all great changes are followed by chaos. All great changes. You take implementation of demonetizations, chaos, everything. People are abusing central government, people are abusing Modi. ये क्या कर दिया? Lot of problems are there. But now demonetization is settled. After implementation of GST, there were a lot of issues. People are not ready to change. But today the election of GST is showing you people that it is getting matured. So all the changes are followed by chaos. When we implemented our SAP systems, I know it was a hell lot of a task for all of us. Half the distributors were screaming for materials. हमको खुद को पता नहीं चल रहा था कौन सा मटेरियल का कोड क्या है, कौन सा मटेरियल किस दिशा में डाला है, कौन सा मटेरियल क्या है. My plant people were mad, my dispatch people were mad, my commercial head was almost switching off his mobile. भाई फोन आना नहीं चाहिए. So nothing to worry about when the changes happens. All great changes are followed by chaos, and it happens even in countries like it has happened in India's life. Demonetization, GST. So nothing to worry about changes. There is no fear as far as the changes are concerned. My simple question to all of you is that, are you changing or are you ready to change? So when we will wind up our discussions today, when you will be leaving from this beautiful place tomorrow, you have to think yourselves. Because ultimately, if you will change, you are going to be in that race with me. Because I am going to change. I have already started changing. Supreme has already started changing. So now you have to decide whether you want to change, to stay with me, or is it going to happen the same thing like Nokia with you? This is the question with which I am going to leave this podium for all of you. Once again, thank you on behalf of Supreme Industries for coming here. Please participate in this program with a lot of constructive feedbacks, any questions, any queries. All my products are placed across this hall. You can visit during the lunch hours, you can visit during the e-breaks. My team is definitely going to be there. There are certain innovative products which we have put up. There are some new products like Inflex sheets we have put up there. One particular counter I have opened for the fabrication things because a lot of people are doing the fabrication works which have been put up there. You can ask questions to my direct packaging team. But again, be ready for the change with Supreme for your betterment and betterment of tomorrow. Thank you very much.